So I watched several episodes from it. It was incredible. I was so fascinated by everything. I don't think that many people realize how difficult it is to become a cheerleader. How was it for you? And why did you want to become a cheerleader?
I mean, I know, speaking for myself, I mean, I trained for 19 years for this job. So it definitely put a lot of hard work and dedication into it to be able to have the skill to even be considered by Kelly and Judy to wear the uniform. So that was definitely, it's tough. It's cutthroat, but that's what makes us world class. And that's why I wanted to audition here, because it's an international brand. I've looked up to them and the show forever.
What was the most challenging thing about it? Getting in or staying in?
That's a good question. I think definitely coming in is hard, but once you know that you have that uniform, you know what you have to lose and you want to keep it. So earning back your boots, I think, and coming back is harder.
Yeah, and I watched you struggle getting in, trying a few times. What kept you motivated to try again and again?
I won't lie. I kind of lost that motivation at first for my first mascara face cut. But I think knowing that this is where I wanted to end up and that I absolutely loved it with my whole heart, that's something I would go on and on about. Is if you find something that you love, like, never give up on it. Just keep going towards it.
Mm-hmm. And I know that your mom was a cheerleader. Did she push you, or was it like came from you? You wanted to do that?
It definitely came from me. I think growing up in it, since I was in the womb beforehand, I've definitely been so bonded into it. So I feel like I haven't really had any other experiences besides it. And it's always been my dream. But my mom has definitely been there to support me, help me, coach me. She's definitely had all the titles of it all.
How was it hard? How difficult was it to reject her? Because you know her for so long and you still said no a couple of times.
It was probably one of the toughest moments ever in my career. Still is.
Yeah.
But it was one of the best things that had to happen, because I became better for it, and they know what is the 36 best women and who to select from. I know it's the hardest decision, but that's what makes their job so tough, but it makes it so worthwhile in the end.
Yeah.
But she grew so much, and that was fun watching her from, she wasn't ready that first year.
Yeah.
And she grew, and I have a granddaughter, and every time she's around the cheerleaders, she wants to know where Victoria is, because Victoria has a special way with kids, and they flock to her and they love her. And so I'm glad that she was a great role model for Lennon.
Another thing that surprised me, that many of you are doctors, nurses, have your own business. How do you manage to do both, be a cheerleader and then have your day job?
It's definitely tough, but just the pure love of what I do. I love my nursing job. It's a dream nursing job for me, and I also love to dance. So I don't even think twice about it.
And you, remember that you said that you were about to get married. Did you get married?
Yes, ma'am, I did. Yes, I got married, and we are just trying to figure it all out with now being a month into our marriage. And but I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for his constant support, Will's constant support, and unconditional love, because there's days that I'm probably really hard to love. I mean, you know, this job is tough, and there's a lot of sacrifices that are involved. So I'm just so grateful for the support and just unconditional love that he's given me.
I know there are lots of sacrifices, but what are the rewards? What is the best thing about being a cheerleader?
I see it in many, many forms. They say sisterhood, but just the camaraderie. I mean, the locker room is a fun place to be. When they retire and go away, it's that time together, even if it's exhaustion. You may have grown through high school and college and been a part of a dance team, and all of a sudden it's like, now what? And it's the locker room and the bus rides and the trips and just the time together that's just fun. that's what I see, through the years. And then when we do have reunions, you see everybody come back together. They're laughing about the good old days. They have these stories. Most of the stories that y'all will remember and tell are probably some painful moments of some sort. So it's fun, and you don't quite understand it unless you're on the inside. But that's actually kind of the beauty in this show, is now people can see that.
Yeah.
Another really rewarding thing, which I'm grateful that this series shows us through the season, is what we do off of the field. And that's our volunteer work, our appearances, where we go see kids, we go visit hospitals, we go see veterans. That's super impacting, and I'm super excited to share with another audience and to further a little bit. I'm so excited. Sorry. I'm so excited to share that this. I'm so sorry.
You're so excited.
I am. I obviously am.
We're excited to share that.
I was excited for you watching this. I was like rooting for you to get in again.
Absolutely.
So what about you? Tell me about your day jobs.
Yeah. So I'm a floral designer actually in the DFW area. And it's funny because I'm surrounded by women from all walks of life who instill just so much wisdom into me. And so I'm so grateful because I just came from college and I had my community there, and I was seeking community and people that were a little bit older than me as well, because I'm surrounded by my teammates who are the most encouraging, uplifting people ever. But I also needed kind of that motherly love and, just a few more people in my life that were just going to be disciples and role models. And so the women that I'm surrounded by as well, they have such a gift of floral designing, and they've helped me kind of find my art in it. And I think as a dancer, you're always so artistic and trying to create something so beautiful, but I get to do this in another different form of floral designing.
And you?
I work as a pediatric home health nurse, so I know that there's a little bit in the show, so you'll get to see a little bit more about my job. I don't want to share too much about my patient, but I take care of medically fragile kids in their home. So I get to get really close to the families and advocate for the children and make sure that they're taken care of and make them happy, and just try to advocate for them in a way that gets them to live a life as close to normal as possible.
There's that's a great toll on your body, and some of you getting injured. How do you protect yourself from injuries, and were you injured?
Definitely recovery is part of the process. But we have great leaders on the team that lead us through a wonderful warm up. And I know that they are advocates for everybody else on the team. For if someone's injured, then we are going to savor all of our bodies that night, whether it be pretty kicks. So we definitely know how to listen to our bodies and know when to speak up and voice for ourselves to be protected.
And we have great trainers that are on at all times. And they get wrapped, they get massaged and pampered, and they're very well taken care of.
We are. We can come up to like an hour and a half before practice and see our trainer and just make sure that we're really warmed up and ready for practice. And if we do have some sort of injury, I know I've had some hip stuff, but we're able to see a doctor pretty quickly and get in, start doing PT to strengthen and protect our bodies. So we have a great system for protecting our bodies.
What do you hope viewers will take from the show?
I personally want viewers to just know what we've always been so proud of, how truly talented they are. That's the audition part of the show. And then to just see their character strengths and some of their struggles. And hopefully somebody will identify with that and be inspired by that and climb their own mountains because of them.
I can't wait to watch the rest of it. I watched 3 episodes and I'm going to watch the whole thing.
Oh, thank you.
Hopefully it'll be another season.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.